Welcome to 26th Black Night Film Festival, and you're with the PÖFF TV, and you're with the segment Meet the Filmmakers. And today we have a very interesting film from Hungary, and the title of the film is 6 Weeks, and we are going to have a great talk with the director, Noémi Szakonyi.
Hi.
Hi, hi.
Hi, thank you so much for having us and our film here.
Great. So this is your first time in PÖFF, and how do you like the festival and the city, Tallinn?
So we arrived yesterday, and it was so good to arrive here because the energies of the city, they're really good. And we were talking with the lead actress. She's also here with us. That we feel so relaxed and good, and a little bit like home. And the city is cozy and nice, and the festival is very professional, and amazing. So we are so happy and excited to be here.
Great, great. Noémi, this is your first feature fiction film, and then you have made a documentary film also, and also you are working with documentaries with social issues back at home. So how was your journey for your first fiction feature film, and then your studies, and you studied in the East, in Beijing, and then what was this process?
Oh, it was a long process to become a filmmaker for me because I come from a different profession. I come from diplomacy, and then I went to Beijing with a scholarship, and I realized I would like to do something else. So there I went to the film school at Beijing Film Academy, and it was really good because it was a very different territory and very different filmmaking, what I learned there. And then I went back home and I did the documentary master course in the Hungarian Film Institute. And there I met with Mate, who is my co-writer and co-creator in this film, and also my husband. Okay. And he was researching adoption for a long time then, because he's doing a 12-year-long documentary on international adoption. So he's following a family for 8 years now. And during this research, he came across this law, 6 weeks, and he told me about it, and it really interested us, and we wanted to make a documentary about it because this is a situation which has really high stakes and also very social, which we are like to deal with. And then we interviewed biological mothers, adoptive couples, and we realized that this is such a vulnerable situation that if we make a documentary, we might stress the parties involved, and we don't want to really influence their decisions. Right. But if you don't go that close with documentary, it doesn't really work. So we figured that with fiction we can go as close as we want to.
Yeah, you can involve with the characters.
Yes,
and
Yes, so everything is based on our research and true stories, but we made a fiction out of it.
Right. It's I mean, there were times when you were watching the film also, there were times that your eyes get blotted because it's very, very emotional film. And what was the trigger point? It's now, did you come across many characters like this, during your research, or you combined few of the stories together,
We combined some stories, but the skeleton of Zsófi's character and story is based on a real-life biological mom. And she was really nice. She welcomed us. She told us her story, which was captivating and heartbreaking for us. So we built Zsófi's character and the film around her story. That was the most important story for us. And also, the adoptive couples, we interviewed many adoptive couples, so we put together kind of an image about them. But the lead character is mostly based on that one person's life and choices.
Right. So it's this this film is very character-driven film. Yeah. It's played by Kathleen Roman. She, it's 90% of the film is with her. So was that a decision that you took, when you're structuring the film, you're going to be with this character only, you're not moving away even for a bit with this film? How did you develop the character?
So we were thinking about these 6 weeks. Both parties who are involved, it's a hard time frame for them, because for the adoptive parents, during the 6 weeks, the phone could ring anytime, and the child, like the biological mother, can ask back for her child, and so they are like threatened, and also it's the most important time in connection, and they are many times afraid. What if, like, the biological mom decides to take her child back? And on the biological mom's side, she then has the time to think about, like, what did I do? Was it the right decision? And also her body starts to work in a very different way, after giving birth. So it's kind of body, heart, and mind together puts a person in a very different physical and mental states. But why we chose to go with the biological mother? Because they are often stigmatized in our countries, and we wanted to show, like, what they are going through. And this is a very hard decision, because in Hungary many people are saying, like, how can you do that? It's a horrible thing. But no, like it's a valid choice for people, and everyone should respect that. And it's a very, very hard choice. So we really wanted to give voice to those biological moms and show their side of the story, which is many times unseen.
Yeah, because like even in the film, like your character really plays, like where like the decision of becoming a mother, like whether it's there or whether it's not there. So very, very interestingly, you bring it in the film, and you're not giving a closure to that. You're keeping it like open in the film. Okay, so let's getting into one of my favorite parts, like the cinematography of the film. So when I was watching the film, like Sultan's work in the film, was it a decision till the adaptation happens? Like you stay with very like tight lenses, like very close and very intimate, and like you have made it like into a pastel shade where even the harsh scenarios look smoother. So was it like, what was the discussion with your cinematographer?
So I really love his work, and when he read the script, the first thing he told, like, table tennis. Oh my gosh, that's the hardest thing to capture in film. And he was really surprised. And then, we realized it's really hard. And it's really hard for Katalin to learn, because she couldn't play.
Oh.
And we had only 2 months to prepare.
Okay.
So she had to study. And then, Zoltan came to the ping pong training club, and we kind of tried out how we could capture that. So that was the first thing. And of course, he loved the story. And we were really clear from the beginning that we would like to be with Zsófi, that he will follow Zsófi from closely, because we want to breathe with the character. And it was, Katalin's first ever role. And so it was a big risk, like having someone always with the camera so close to you, like all the time, like 90% of the film. But Zoltan has such a great character and such an ease that they were really just dancing around. So many times it was like improvising, like we knew what we want to shoot, but they were like, moving together. And I think he had a great connection with Katalin, so they could really do that in a very intimate and beautiful way. And also, I mean, you were asking about this closeness.
Yeah.
We really want to have that feeling, and also what we would like to emphasize when it comes to bureaucratic scenes or something which is more bureaucratic. It's like the camera goes to a tripod, and it's not anymore handheld. So it's more constructed how society is a little bit. So
and I could see also, like I mean since your previous film on Wilmer Simon, like his cinematography, like you use the sunlight, like the light at the back, like he loves to work with the against light. So I think this kind of inspiration also, like you might have got it from there.
Yes.
So my last question would be like about the soundscape of the film. Like what was the decision, like you have made this music and then the glass sound, everything into like diegetic to non-diegetic, like you started with that and then you go ahead. So in a very short form, can you just like tell me what was the sound decision?
So we wanted it to be like realistic and what these kids listen to. So there are many. You're asking me more about the music or the sound?
Yeah, music part.
The music. So it's like very. It's a lot of music she's listening to and the family listens to, and there is only like 3 time composed music in the film. Wherever she has like her body riots, then music comes, which kind of represents that like uterus, like woman kind of like feeling, which comes like a volcano. The composed music is about that, and breaking sounds. I really love them, and it was kind of like unconscious, but in a good way that I felt it really goes together with the character and the ping pong. The ping pong has a rhythm, so everything we want it to be like sharp, loud, fast, and short, in a way.
Okay, so our time is up. So I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
I wish you a great release and a great festival journey for this film. And thank you very much, Noémi, for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having us here. It's a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.